Shabbat Shalom, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's really nice to see all of you here. Obviously, I'm flying solo. The rabbi is in New Jersey, I think, at a bar mitzvah of a cousin or somebody in his family. And so it's nice for him to get to be a congregant, I think. And he gets to be somewhere in New Jersey, just sort of like cavelling about somebody in his family. And that's really neat, because usually he's the one kind of getting everybody ready for other people to cavell. So today is a kind of an interesting day. It's weird to be up here by myself because we're in the portion of the very first portion of the Torah, Bereshit. And so the Torah has just restarted, and even practicing with the scroll, it was hard to like hold it back to be able to keep it from tipping. So I don't know how anybody holds it up, like with one arm. It must be really tough. So I hope in the framing of this service that you can kind of start with the idea of new beginnings. What can we hope for new beginnings? Knowing that with each kind of round of life that we live, there are challenges and there are positives that we can pull out of it. And then we get another opportunity. And it seems like the more people I meet, the more people tell me that it's all about these little lives that they live within their larger life, and being aware of that and kind of letting that guide them. So I hope that we're on page 120. You can kind of let the week fall away. Let anything that you need to fall away, and keep whatever you'd like to in your heart. And Roberta and Paul put together, probably just Roberta, put together a great oneg for us later, and we're hoping that you would come and join us, both of you, at the Bima for a reading and lighting the candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us.
As the brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own way be among those who kindle light.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives.
Bless us all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. We have to say, okay.
Page 126. Alan, would you mind reading for us?
I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, and no services. But I need it. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life.
Page 128. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. I remember singing that song a little over 1 year ago, a little under 1 year ago, in response to the tragedy in Pittsburgh. This weekend marks the 1 year anniversary of that tragedy. And when singing Hine Ma Tov, it just sort of, in the response to that, we saw thousands of people at the Jewish Alliance up in Rhode Island, up in Providence, and seeing people of all varieties of faith tradition within Judaism, all the sections, all the denominations that are out there, together singing one song. It truly felt like we were brothers and sisters. And sometimes within the tragedy or in the aftermath, seeing people come together is a nice silver lining. So thank you for letting me share that memory. Page 138 and 139. Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat enabela. Verse 1. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Hishmianu el hamyochad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'litila lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orech, kumi uri, 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 shir daberi. Kivod Adonai alayich niglal lecha dodi, likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Pnei Shabbat Nekam Bela. If you are able, please rise and face the entryway as we welcome the Sabbath bride. Boi v'shalom aterep ala gam b'simcha uvzod hola toch emunei am segula. Boi chalam lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi. Feel free to turn around and sit down. Kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Page 144. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei Rabba Ve'alma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute B'chayechon uvyomechon U'chaye dechol beit Yisrael Bagala bagala Uv'izman karin Ve'imeru Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach Le'alam u'al me'amaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal Shemedu kudasha Le'lamin kol birchata v'shirata Tush bechata v'nechemata Damiran be'alma ve'imeru. Page 146. All of this before has been warm-up. We are ready to pray. Take a deep breath, an extra deep breath. And if you are able, please rise. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya-da-da-da-da. Yada-da-da-da-da, 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 yada-da-da-da-da. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach, Baruch Adonai hamevorach, Le'olam va'ed. Yada-da-da-da-da, 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 yada-da-da-da-da. Please be seated. On page 149, Leslie, will you read for us?
Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch atah Adonai. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chokim u'mishpatim Otanu lemadeta Haken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu uvkumenu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei toratecha u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'eh ki hem chayenu ve'yorech yameinu Uvahem nege yomam v'layla ve'ahavat chal tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Ohev amo Yisrael. Page 152. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Before we move to the Ve'ahavta on page 154, I thought I'd share a little anecdote about my life. I'm part of this master's program that I'm taking at Hebrew Union College, Jewish Institute of Religion, our Reformed seminary. One of the things that we do when we go to the different places is worship together and learn different styles of worship, different ways of doing things. And breaking up the service in a way where you can kind of story tell a little bit is one of those ways. I've colored on the ground with colored pencils. I've written things on the walls during services. I've stayed quiet, if you can imagine, for 2 full hours during a service. It's shown me love in all sorts of different ways. And so rather than chant the Ve'ahavta as we traditionally do, I thought maybe we could take this time to sort of connect as people and share if there's anything that you've seen in the world this week or this month or this year so far that has inspired you to either share love with others or just kind of remind you about the good stuff in life. This is definitely not a rhetorical question, so if anybody has any thoughts, we can add them to the pot. Sure, Sammy.
The ocean with my bag of stones, and when we got to the graves, whenever, well, there were parts of it we weren't allowed to walk around, but the part that we were allowed to walk around, which was way in the back, Richie and I went and we put stones on all the stars, And I read the name, and they were all kids. They were like 18 years old. And I read their name and where they were from. And I didn't say a prayer, and I should have, but there were a lot of grounds to cover. But I like patted the stone as if to say, you're not forgotten. You know, as long as there's a Jew that comes to Normandy, you'll never be forgotten. And there were other stones on the stars. So that would, to me, was, it'll be a memory that I'll have forever. And it was what was a tragedy became something special to me.
Well, and now to us too. Thank you. Any other acts of love that you've seen out in the world? Things that maybe you've seen here in Barrington or wherever you live? Yeah, Jim.
A friend of mine is actually involved in a charity donation drive. Right now, as I speak, somewhere halfway across the country, but a bunch of his friends are doing a charity video game stream right now for the next few days. So
Wow.
going to a charity that is trying to give money to people who have various medical issues so that they can use the money not only for whatever the medical issue they're dealing with, but also for things like, transportation or
Wow.
redoing housing. That's something that requires something like that.
Yeah, well, seeing people raise money for other people, seeing anybody do anything for anyone is kind of amazing, especially when the choice could be to do nothing. Anybody else? Yeah.
I was at my little library this week, and our town has a very tiny little library that's in a historic building. And there's a little boy who I've gotten to know who goes there. And one of my friends works at the library, and she said the library has been this little boy's salvation. He has a difficult family, an older brother with many problems who's, I guess, gets most of the attention of the house. But at the library, he's been working at the library for 4 years. He's very mature for his little tiny boy, but he's a big heart and a wonderful kid, but the library has been his salvation.
Wow. Seeing people being able to find second homes, that's pretty fantastic. That's pretty fantastic. I hope that we can remember all of the love that's out there in the world, especially in times when it doesn't feel like there's much there. There is. We're on page 158, remembering our freedom. Yai dai dai da dai da 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 dai yai dai dai da dai da 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 dai dai yai dai da dai da dai da 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 dai yai dai dai da yai da 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 dai Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh Nora tehilot osef eleh Nora tehilot osef eleh Malechutecha ra'u b'anecha Bohokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Ze'elianu ve'amru Ze'elianu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Page 160 and 161. We're coming off the holiday of Sukkot, remembering that life is fragile, and especially this Sukkot when Harold Foster and Craig Gordon came back last Friday night to fix the sukkah after that big stormy night that we had I guess it was last week. Victor Larish has also set it up. And so they were kind of out there, headlights on the sukkah as I came up for Shabbat services last week. It was a nice reminder that life is fragile and people can be fragile. And sometimes, even when we think things are broken, there are people who can kind of step right up and fix. And so as we sing this song, think about the fixers. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Page 164. As we get ready for tefillah, on page 164, we're reminded to pray as if everything depended on God, and to act as if everything depended on us. When you're ready, please rise. Adonai, sefatai tiftach, uhufia gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 166, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Ve'koneh Hakol Ve'zocher Chaste Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Page 168. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim, Umater Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Mechamocha Bal Yevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Mimid, Umechayeh, Umatmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Page 170. Ata Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh Ukadosh B'Chol Yom Yahallelucha Selah Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. On page 171, Jamie, might you read for us?
Where might I go to find you, exalted in the one? Yet where would I not go to find you, ever-present, eternal one? My heart cries out to you, please draw near to me. The moment I reach out for you, I find you reaching in for me.
Sorry, Jamie, once I've been your teacher, I just keep going. I just wanted you to get there. Thank you. On page 174, Ritzay has taken on a special meaning for me over the years that I've been able to sing it. And since I've learned the melody, I didn't know the melody before I came to Temple Habonim, or I didn't know this melody. And I fell in love with it, and it helped me understand that, and what the prayer is about, is really helping us to understand that there are different people out there. And really, all of us know God in our own way, and we have to. It only makes sense that we have our own memories, our own life experiences. So only you are going to know the higher power out there in your own way. And so it's not possible to pray in the same way. It's just not. Everybody here is going to have a different experience. And once we can embrace that, something really special happens where we're praying together, but also individually as well. Page 174, Ritzay. Ritzay Adonai Eloheinu Be'amecha Yisrael U'tefilatam be'ahava Tekabel U'tehi l'ratzon Tamid avodat Yisrael Yisrael Amecha El karov lechol korah penei alav adecha v'chonenu Shefoch ruchacha aleinu v'techzen einenu b'shuvecha l'tzion Berachamim Baruch Ata Adonai HaMachazir Shechenato L'Tzion 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 L'Tzion. Page 177. Santina, will you pick one and read for us? 177. God of
goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our life within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us,
Baruch atah Adonai. Tov shimcha ulecha na'el. I'm grateful for water. I'm grateful for Temple Habonim. On Wednesday, we had our Simchat Torah service and dinner here. 75 people were in the social hall. Jody somehow made it work, even though she wasn't able to be here. She still somehow made it work with Elizabeth Bax and Michelle Gonzalez, and there was a cleanup crew, and there was a setup crew, and there was door people, and somehow people came to the service, and the 7th grade got their Torah portion. It was kind of incredible. And then we turned that around to have Israeli dancing here, and then we turned that around literally that night so that we could have a funeral the next day. And yet we did it all as a team. And I was talking, I forget with who exactly, but they said that's such a Temple Habonim thing. That's what we do. And it was great. Yes, and it was your granddaughter who led us in Israeli dancing, which is totally a Rhode Island thing. It is fantastic to be part of this community. And so as we sing Shalom Rav on 178 and we move into private prayer, we'll come back on 180. The private prayer is sandwiched between 2 songs of peace, reminding us that peace is doubly as important. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech hador lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech hador lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol lin u'b'chol shah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Ose shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. So I hope you've all been doing your work and thinking about new beginnings. New beginnings is what we're really thinking about. As we move into our Torah service, I decided to use the papers that you were given, or that we used at Simchat Torah. Hopefully you have one. Leslie, if you'll hold that up. It's a cream-colored sheet. Does everybody have one? Santina, I think it's a booklet. Do you see the other one? There's one right on that chair. Great. No, just sorry, that chair right in the back. Excellent. So while we won't be chanting all of the Torah that's inside the booklet, this is a piece of our Torah service, compact piece. If you'd rather follow along in the prayer book, that's fine, but this had some of the Torah that we were going to do, so I thought you would enjoy having it. We're on page 364. Ki mitzion. Oh, please rise. Ra. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah udevar Adonai miYerushalayim tu she'arim rashechem usu pitchei olam. Yavo melech hakavod, mihu ze melech hakavod, Adonai Tzevaot, hu melech hakavod selah. In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366. Baruch Shenatan Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah. Le'amo Yisrael Bekedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadlul Adonai Iti, Unaramama Shemo Yachtav, Lecha Adonai Hagedurah. Hallelujah. Kol Hashama, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol Hashama, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Feel free to clap. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Please be seated. Whew. Thank you, that's perfect. Whew. It is usually not that difficult to hold the Torah, in my opinion, but it's all on one side. I felt like I was teetering a little bit. Hopefully that isn't what I'm in for the year. So, if you will take your cream sheet, and in the middle, we're only going to be chanting a couple of verses tonight, as much as I could learn through the week. But there's something really cleansing about chanting Bereshit, hearing other people do it. I hear the students that I've worked with over the years kind of doing it in my head, and there's something really special about it. So we're going to be doing 3 verses, the first 3 verses of Genesis, when the world began. And so we need some people up here for our Aliyah. I think it would be nice for anybody who wants to come up if you are particularly wanting a restart or a refresh moment. Maybe this could be an opportunity for you as well. Oh, good call. Always need you looking out for me.
She does that with my clothes closet too.
And I am going to need somebody, if you're okay, just holding this right here. This is great. You ready? Baruch Adonai Hamarah Yolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan Torah temed b'chayei olam. Asher natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. Amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'haaretz hatah tohu v'avohu v'choshech al pnei tahom v'ruach Elohim mirachepet al pnei hamayim. Vayomer Elohim Yehior V'hior.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. You know what? I do want to address the Torah, but maybe if anybody does want to come up and see, it is the front of the Torah, the very beginning of the Torah. If you missed Simchat Torah and you wanted to see the very beginning of the scroll, it is kind of neat to see the very beginning. And so this is it, right here. Rabbi Druin, our Sofer, will be here on November 12th, a little under a month. And he's going to do a board presentation. Anybody's welcome to come, so please come on out if you want to see a Sofer in action. Sofers have their own little way of writing. I like to call it like the heart over the eye when you're growing up as a kid. Sofars have their own style of doing things. Thank you. And it's just really neat to see him in action. And he's also a nice guy and kind of a character too, so like pretty fun to learn from. We're also going to be having a time on for religious school as well. So if you want to come out, please let us know because it's going to be really great. We are on the back of your handout. Yes, the back. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's wrap it up first. So, page 370 if you're in the books. Otherwise, we're going to address the Torah. Please rise. V'zot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei b'nei Yisrael api Adonai v'yad Moshe. Torah, 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 Siva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Siva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Siva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Siva lanu Moshe. Please be seated. While the Torah is out, on page 371, we offer our prayer of healing, Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing and let us say Amen. As we pause between the verses, if there's anyone you're thinking about in this moment, could use some healing, mind or body or soul, spirit, that person might be you. Make sure to say your own name. When we say our names together in community, it helps us heal together. Please. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. So the rabbi usually takes care of the flow of this part of the service, so I might be a little bit out of order, but I think that we should do some talking about the Torah portion at some point, and we should do that probably while the Torah is still out, so we can kind of fully grasp the words. So if you'll go back to your cream sheet just for a second. The part that we read was Genesis 1 through 3. And it sounded like this. When God began to create heaven and earth, the earth being unformed and void, with the darkness over the surface of the deep and wind of the deep, and a wind from God sweeping over the water, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. We can keep going. That's what I read, that little piece. As we keep going, God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and morning, a first day. I know how I feel when I read the creation story, when I hear different interpretations of what creation could be or what it is. I wanted to give us a chance to kind of open it up to a discussion. If anybody had any feelings about the idea of the beginning and the fact that there was a beginning at some point. It's hard for maybe us to understand that there was a beginning, a first, because I only know the first in my life. The first time I got a tooth, the first time I went to the bathroom by myself, I'm thinking about my kids. We were a grand experiment that God created from the other gods. Who is like you among all the other gods? As I read a lot of this, as I study more and more Torah, it's hard to believe kind of the things that I read. A lot of different pieces. I'm thinking about the class that I'm going to in California, where last year I learned that there are several creation stories. Within the first couple of chapters of the Torah, there's a ton of discrepancies. And I start to think, if we can't even get it right at the beginning, boy, like how can we agree on anything? And so, does it shake anybody up? Does it leave you feeling good? Maybe these are words you've heard 1,000 times. Maybe these are words that you've heard once or twice and not really thought about. Is there anything that jumps out to you? Alan, yeah.
It's not, for me, it's not a scientific treatise, okay, because it's shot to heck if you treat it that way. It's a spiritual beginning. And if you accept it as a spiritual beginning, then it's fine. And whether there's an inconsistency with reality or with science doesn't make any difference. It answers that inevitable question, when did it all start? And it's an answer. And so if you accept it as an answer to where it all started, then it flows. The history of our people flows forward from that point.
Yeah, Roberta.
Well, the third word has always been a question for me, because it's plural. And I questioned it with great minds, and I guess it was all the different, answers, all the different aspects of God, or at that time, there were many different concepts of God. But it does say, in the beginning, the gods created. I don't want you to give me an answer, I'm just pointing it out.
I don't know if I have an answer. I love hearing it from different people's perspectives, because then it gives me another little clue about things for myself. Others, how does this leave you feeling? I'll give you another question. What do you say to the parent of the student that I have now who says, my son, 9 years old, does not believe in God? In conjunction to the story.
Well, just in conjunction with Judaism, is that that's the age-old struggle. There's nothing wrong with that. We each come to terms with our belief, disbelief, or semi-belief in God. However, do you believe, you don't believe, or you might believe. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the different stages in your life, you may believe in different things. And we would encourage him to explore his feelings.
Sounds like there's an opening up in the Temple Haboni Religious School. We might need to get you back in there. I just set you up for that one, right? Other thoughts?
That
Yeah.
I think it'd be unusual if a child didn't say that or question whether there was a God.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
And how wonderful to be part of a people where it's okay to question.
Amen. Amen. For me, I really like the idea that it says that the earth was unformed and void. We talk a little bit about that. I've heard it a lot. Actually, that meant nothingness, meant darkness. And while darkness is a different word, it kind of, to create light from something that's there, and to call the something that you created good, there's something really powerful about that. Being able to recognize the good that's out there in the world when it feels like kind of all hope is lost. And these days, I won't lie, it's starting to feel that way more and more and more. But last year at this time, I saw this sanctuary filled with people who needed to heal after the Pittsburgh tragedy, and we healed together. And while there have been other incidents and tough things that are going on in the world, going back to kind of the purity of the light from the darkness, there's something really powerful about that I think if we hold on to and harness, can turn into a really positive fire of goodness. Yeah.
For those who can remember this, what comes to mind with me, I think it was Apollo 8, but I'm not sure. I think it was Gene Lovell, but I'm not sure. They were circling around, and it wasn't the moon, it wasn't Apollo 11. They were circling around the moon when they came out to the dark side and saw the earth. And the Bereshit, in the beginning, God created. And just how moving that must have been to him, because there was this little blue dot out there, this inconsequential blue dot that was our home, in this vastness of space, and then the beginning, created heaven and earth.
Yeah. So as much as you can, if you can think of the creations that you make in your life as tenderly as God looks at us, that could be pretty powerful in our lives. Any other thoughts before we move on? Great. We are going to put the Torah back in the Ark. If you'll look at the last page of your page 4 of your handout. Please rise. Hodo al eretz v'shamayim v'yarem keren le'amo tehila lechol chasidam Livnei Yisrael am kiromo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Eitz chaimi lemakazikim ba betomcheha meushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol nativoteha shalom hashivenu Adonai elel v'nashuva kadesh yameinu kekedem. Please be seated. So it's occurring to me that this was the time that we usually do our little sermon piece. I'm feeling that it's right. But since we're already out of order, we're looking for some happy things now, some shehechianu moments, some good things first in our lives. Anything good, put out that light out there. Put it out there for other people to catch and bring the fire. Santina, yes, tell us. Midterms are over. Excellent. Phew. I'm sure everybody feels that way. Wonderful, wonderful. Others? Leslie.
We are going to New York City tomorrow so that on Sunday we can celebrate our daughter's
Oh, so wonderful. Excellent. And wait, I was going to say that baby's getting close. Getting close. Wonderful. Mazel tov. Others? Yeah.
My wife Linda came through her operation with flying colors and is now anxiously moving to the next phase of her recovery.
That is so wonderful to hear. And Linda, because I know you're watching on Facebook, I'm just kidding. No, but that's wonderful to hear, Alan. We've all been thinking about her a whole lot. That's wonderful. Others? Paul, was that an eye scratch or was that a good thing? I was just putting you on the spot. I said, is that an eye scratch or was that a very good thing in your...
My granddaughter did some Israeli dancing, but that's better than what she's done in her apartment. She's put up a pole and she's doing pole dancing. She used college to learn about pole dancing.
I have to explain that. Brown University has the Brown Polar Bears. It's a co-ed pole dancing group.
Israeli pole dancing.
Not Israeli.
Oh. Hey, no judgment. No judgment. Although it would be a new one for me. That's wonderful. Again, it's fantastic. We're grateful that she was here. Didn't see that one coming.
But the other thing is our grandson is engaged.
That's wonderful. Mazel tov. Excellent. Others. Well, I'll share that I'm going on Sunday to Los Angeles as part of my course that I mentioned during the service. It was a fantastic experience last year. I'm really looking forward to it this year. My teacher is Dr. Sam Joseph, who is pretty much a legend in the Hebrew Union College world, and we're learning about institutional change. So it really does kind of work with what's happening here, learning a little bit about kind of how to help out our community grow in the way that we want to grow, and just getting some tools that way. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be back for next Shabbat. And I just wanted to say I'm really excited that in 2 weeks, 3, 4, the 22nd, a little while away, Jody Blankstein is coming, and we've been talking a little bit about her visit, and I'm getting pretty excited about it. And Chava Morel is another musician that's coming. There's some good stuff coming up in November, specifically music-wise. So keep your eyes and ears open. Look at your bulletin. Look at all of that. There's a lot of good stuff happening. On page 648, we sing the words of Shehechianu, which said, "Thanks, God, for keeping me here and allowing me to live another day and see another good thing in my life." Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Page 6. Let's try that again. Page 586. Please rise as we begin to conclude our service with Aleinu, which basically says it's really good to talk about it, but you got to do something about it too. Aleinu lishabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kigoye ha'aratzot, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Please be seated. Page 591. Ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo We sat in the back. We were 13 years old, itchy, tired, and we didn't want to be there. We were anxious to leave our seats. We sat in the back to sulk, count on our fingers how many more Saturday morning services we would have to endure before we could check the box for our B'nai Mitzvot. We picked at our nails, but we sang the blessings because we loved them even still. The minutes limped along. We shifted into our dresses, and our ballet flats were getting a little too small. Our stomachs rumbled as we waited for Kiddush, and we sat in the back of the room. They also sat in the back, our matriarchs, our door holders, the ones who had prepared our Kiddush that morning. The ones who know the code to the building was the same as the year it was built. The ones who drove us to this service. They were ones who sang in the choir, the ones who taught your children their aleph bets. They sat nearest to the entrance, the ones who walked with walkers, the ones who parked right outside the temple doors to rest their stiff backs on stiffer benches each Saturday morning, the ones who have seen their children and their children's children through the sanctuary doors. They built this place up from the ground, and they sat in the back. We did not want to sit in the front, where we might catch the eye of the rabbi, where God might see our lips stumble on our prayers. We sat in the back so we might easily slip out to use the bathroom, to get a drink of water, to check the broken clock in the hall. We sat in the back so we could be the first to leave. They sat in the back because they arrived early. They were our living ancestors, our minion makers. They sat in the back and they knew your name because they had been the first ones to welcome your family into the synagogue with a warm hug and Boker Tov. We sat in the back. We wanted to leave. They sat in the back. They didn't have time. This was a poem that was written by a student in the wake of the Pittsburgh tragedy, struggling to make sense of it all. I think we struggle to make sense of any death before its time, even at its time. As we take a second to remember those affected in the tragedy, we also remember that this has been a pretty tough week for Temple Havonim. We're remembering one recent death, although two have occurred. Helen Ginsburg, mother of Larry Ginsburg, and Bob Teifeld, husband of Ann Teifeld, although technically we don't say the name Bob Teifeld yet for Kaddish because he hasn't been buried. But the Teifelds are nice people, and I was really sad to hear about that. We're also remembering the yahrzeit of Benjamin Rafi Carton, son of Vicky and Cliff Carton, and Jordan Keith, cousin of Cliff and Vicky Carton. Ernest Nemero, father of Larry Nemero, and Louis Goldberg, father of Roberta Siegel. If there's anyone you're remembering in this moment, please rise and tell us the name of the person and anything you'd like to about them.
Timothy Whitman, 25, tragic death. Nephew of our dear friend Cheryl.
This is the 1-year anniversary of my friend's daughter, Jenna Damar. She was hit by a car at 7 years old. The father was hit at the same time. He survived. She didn't. They've gone on to have 2 more children, and they're living a nice life. But they live 3 houses away from me, so it hits a little close to home. We remember all of those who were affected in gun violence and terrorism, lost in terrorism. We remember those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. And it is in that spirit that I ask that all of us rise. Page 598, we say Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divarach hirotei b'yamlich machotei b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ul'almei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yinaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shamei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all Israel and all who walk the earth, to which we say amen. Please be seated. I mentioned that we have some good stuff coming up. In 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That guy right there, Jamie, that handsome guy right there, is going to be chanting some Torah. Jamie, is that in anniversary of your bar mitzvah or just because? Just because, even better. Just because. That's wonderful. The week before that, on the 9th, Rachel Freshman is having her bat mitzvah here at 10:30, and then we're going to have at night an art gallery opening at 5 o'clock here that's going to back into a concert by Chava Morel. Chava is fantastic. You should see some stuff up on the website soon about Chava. But if you Google that name, and I can give you like a little piece of paper with that name, she is really fantastic in taking our Reformed Jewish world a little bit by storm. Spreading the good message out there of love and peace and happiness, trying to make the world a better place. So that's the stuff I'm really excited for. Yeah, okay. You don't want to talk about the Hanukkah gift shop yet, right? That's too far down the line. Page 123, short Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen.
Is it juice?
It is not juice. It's kind of like a juice box. They weren't bad. The good stuff. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Before we end, This song was written by the group Nefesh Mountain. Nefesh Mountain is a woman named Mama Donnie. Mama Donnie was big in the Jewish kids world and made a career for herself that way. Met a guy named Eric. Eric and Mama Donnie, Eric and Donnie, did a little bit of Brady Bunch with their two families and created this, they call themselves Jewgrass, Jewish bluegrass, but have gained national acclaim in Rolling Stone magazine. They've been in Rolling Stone magazine. They've been on the website several times for Songs of the Week. And more than that, I think that they're spreading a nice message of the good stuff in life. So, they wrote this song the day after the Pittsburgh tragedy and shared it on social media. And so I found the words that meant a lot to me. So. Oh, sweet Spirit, oh, hear my prayer and help these words heal someone out there. I am but a voice, just a cry in the air, but I sing nonetheless through this pain we share. Oh, sweet friends, come and dry your eyes and hold each other by this tree of tired of this great divide, but I sing nonetheless with love on my side. Oh, sweet soul who feel broken now, will heal each other somewhere, somehow. Time and again we have been let down, but we sing nonetheless, still whole and still proud. Help these words heal someone out there. Shabbat Shalom.